And honestly, I was a little, maybe not confused, but I was like, of all the people she could have asked, she asked me. And, I really started thinking about it, and I was like, she knows that I am the biggest agitator in our family. And she knows that when I get the mic, I'm going to try to do something to agitate her. And so that's what I'm going to do. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But seriously, marriage is a beautiful thing between a man and a woman. And it's a special occasion. And most situations, when you talk to somebody who's been married, it's the happiest moment in their life. And you look back and reflect on what a great occasion it was. And I think one of the reasons it's such a great occasion is because you put God in the middle of it. That God is the focal point of a marriage, and then you have the man and the woman submitting to God. And so when two people come together and proclaim and commit themselves to one another, it's a beautiful thing, especially for eternity. And so we thank God for those things, for giving us the gift of marriage, because it's anointed by God, it's sacramented by God, and it's ordained by God. And so today we celebrate that. We celebrate the recognition of what love really is. And to truly see what love is, we have to reflect on what God did for us and the examples that he has for us, because we've only been here for a certain amount of time, but his love has endured forever and will endure forever. And so we are called to love like God loves. In 1 John 4, it talks about that God is love. And so for us to fully understand what love is, we have to reflect in his word and get those examples of what love really means. And I think the best example of that would probably be a mom and a dad for our individual lives. We see love easily in those relationships. And with Cody and Shauna, Shauna several years ago, and then Cody more recently, you lost a family member, lost a mom, lost a stepdad. And in those losses, you feel what love really is, because you realize what loss is and how it affects us. And so it's a hard thing to love. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, but it's something that God has instructed us to do from the beginning. And then actually in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 24, he had already made man, and he had just made woman, and he said, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So the first example of a marriage in history, and God ordains it. And I think it's such a beautiful example that we get to see every day. You get to live that love out every single day. And it's so important in Christianity to tell you to pick up your cross and follow the Lord every day. Well, in marriage, you have to pick up that love every day, because it's not just, some days it's not given. Some days it is, and it's easy to love somebody, but some days it's not. And so throughout the course of time, you have to really be patient. You have to, 1 Corinthians says, love is patient, love is kind, love is all of those things. But it also says love never gives up, love never loses faith. It's always hopeful, it always endures all things. And so those are extremely important qualities when we talk about a marriage, things that are vital to the characteristics of a marriage that a man and a woman do. And just like in Genesis, man was made different than woman, right? So man was made from the dust of the earth. Adam was made from the dust, and God created him that way. But he created Eve a little bit different. He created Eve out of the side of man. And he could have easily, made Eve the same way he made Adam, but he didn't. And he did it on purpose, so that there would be a distinction between the two, and that we could see a difference between the two. Because so many times, a man tries to imitate some of the characteristics of a woman.